All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. To the men on the highways and the byways that are pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And to the remnant men, women, and children of the elect. To you all, I say Shalom. My name is Ahmawan Ahyash, and I'm back with another lesson. Through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Yahawashi, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to do another MOTB update. I came across this on X, formerly known as Twitter. So I just want to play this. There's a little video attached to it. And I saw an article and also something else on IG that I saw that I'm going to show real quick. But this is all, like we always say, all roads lead to the MOTB. This is another update. This is another whistleblower here from the WEF, the World Economic Forum. His name is Professor Richard Werner. He confirmed the MOTB is ready to go, as it says here. So it says, central banks plan total control, the end of your freedom. WEF whistleblower Professor Richard Werner confirms the MOTB is ready to go. Central banks like the Bank of England have already prepared their micro C-hip implant, RFID C-hip, to be implanted under your skin. All right. And at this point, it's undeniable. We've said this over and over and over. This is just another update. Just something else to feed the spirit of the elect, to keep brothers in the spirit, to keep brothers believing and keep pushing to the end, because this thing is close. The mass implementation of this device under your skin is close. Every day it gets closer, closer, and closer, you know? And we seeing the chips fall here in Babylon the Great. Yeah, he's been kicking the can down the road, but this thing is eventually going to take place, okay? Something that we was talking about at camp last week is, if prophecy eventually ends up being history, okay? And these prophecies concerning the MOTB eventually will take place, and it'll become history, because once that happens, hey man, we're closer than ever before. You can expect those missiles to fly. All right. So let me go ahead and play this.
Microchip implant, our minutes just up, have reacted to the truth coming out. They admit that they've been telling porkies, and now they propose to increase their power. So central bankers belatedly admit, oh, now that you've mentioned it, yes, banks create the money supply. So let's abolish that now. And also, by the way, let's abolish cash. So what should we do? Well, introduce digital cyber currency that central banks issue and control, and thereby gain total control over all economic transactions, decisions, and the whole lot you've just heard from the CEO of the GDI. So the greatest concentration of central banking power in history is really the bid they're aiming at. That's the central bank's goal. And of course, digital accounts of dissenters and regime critics could be switched off. It'd be very difficult to even purchase necessities. So this is an Orwellian dystopia of total control, the end of any freedoms. That's really what central banks are aiming at. Several central banks have, like the Bank of England, already prepared their microchip implant, RFID chip, to be implanted under your skin. And why is the sudden discussion about universal basic income from all the grassroots and inverted commas movements and billionaires? Oh, universal basic income is the bribe for you to accept the microchip. The overarching trend of the 20th century is concentration of power in the hands of the few. That's what we have to keep in mind. We have to work against this. We don't want to have these unaccountable central planners making decisions. We need decentralization, and the solution therefore is to maintain public money in the hands of local community banks, decentralize decision-making, give local people the power in the form of local public banks and local not-for-profit community banks. As I walked in, I was delighted to see that the Gottlieb Duttweiler Institute is also about Genossenschaft and cooperatives, and of course the majority of banks in Germany are cooperative banks, and that's really what we need. So
there you have it, right? There you have it. He was talking about them abolishing cash. He was talking about the CBDCs are absolutely planning to put that device under your skin, okay, and to implement these, this digital cash, all right? All of these digital ashes that you see, everything we're seeing going on is all roads lead to the MOTB, okay? And you're hearing it from the beast himself, man. The Esau Edom, he's exposing this whole thing, you know, or what appears to be Edomite. You know what I'm saying? So it's happening, man. This thing is happening. It's not, there's nothing that anybody can say or do that's going to stop these prophecies from coming to pass. You know what I'm saying? And we're just one step closer, okay? So we got that. And let me see here. Did I have this? Yep, this is what I wanted to show as well.
Crazy.
Let me see. This
Have
right
y'all
here.
ever seen anything like this? VinHub. So check it out. You scan the QR code, right? There's all the snacks. There's no employees. There are robots in here. There are robots taking your order. Oh my goodness. And they got everything. They got medicine. They got, oh my goodness. I have to order something. I have to. This is a crazy business model, y'all. This is a crazy business model. Can you see this? Do you see this? It's a giant vending machine. But instead of getting one Pop-Tart, you could get all the Pop-Tarts. Instead of getting the little bag of cheeses, you get the whole box, right? You go ahead and go grocery shopping in here. They got coffee made up there. They got A1 sauce. Come on, they got everything in here. Man, what? Oh, man, there's too many ways to make money, y'all. This is hard. Have y'all?
See, and you see Jake, he's excited about this. He's excited about this new age of technology, and this is what Esau's doing. See, this is how he's trying to implement this new system. He's trying to get you excited. All this ease of convenience. He basically is like, look, they got robots in there. You can get all you want. You can go to a grocery store and get all you want. Why is it so exciting that you can get it from a big ass vending machine? You know what I'm saying? And you heard him kept saying, there's a lot of ways to make money. He kept saying, this is a crazy business model. So for Jake, this is going to be opportunity. Some people are going to look at this new world order system as opportunity. Can you imagine that? Esau Edom's here trying to implement, you know, this whole new system and put microchips in you. And Jake is only thinking about a new way to make money. Okay? This is what simple niggas is going to get caught up in. All right? So these calamities and all these yeah, for lack of a better word, all of these calamities that are coming, they're gonna smack Jake right in the face, because they have no idea the so-called white man is preparing his absolute destruction. All right? Esau Edom is planning the absolute destruction of you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, but ultimately he's planning the destruction of the whole world, because this whole new system is going to be the new world order. Okay? This ain't coming for just Jake. Okay? The scripture says, Revelation 13:16 says everyone, right? He shall cause all. Okay? He shall cause all men, all women, all children will have to make a decision in that day. It's going to come upon the whole world. Okay? Rich and poor, free or bond. Doesn't matter. All right? And all Jake could think of is being excited. Here it is. Look. This nigga is excited that there's a big ass vending machine in the middle of the fucking hood or wherever he's at. That's how simple Jake is. Cause what the fuck? So what? It ain't like he was talking about, look at all these snacks. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Man, the Lord is going to fucking destroy 2/3 of our people, man. All right. But you also notice he was mentioning there's robots in there. He was like, there's robots in there. There's robots in there. Right. Check this out. All right. And brothers have been bringing this out over the past week or so, because this article is about a week old. Yeah. October 21st. You see this headline from the New York Times. It says Amazon plans to replace more than 500,000 jobs with robots. Okay. Internal documents show the company that changed how people shop has a far-reaching plan to automate 75% of his operations. Think about that. He's going to automate 75% of its operations. So a lot of people who are working for Amazon are going to be laid off at some point because they're going to automate 75% of its operations, right? Meaning there's not going to be a need for the average person or humans to work at these facilities and things of that nature, right? It says, over the past 2 decades, no company has done more to shape the American workplace than Amazon. And it's saying that this is a good thing, right? In its ascent to become the nation's second largest employer, it has hired hundreds of thousands of warehouse workers, built an army of contract drivers, and pioneered using technology to hire, monitor, and manage employees. Now, interviews in a cache of internal strategy documents viewed by the New York Times reveal that Amazon executives believe the company is on the cusp of its next big workplace shift, replacing more than 500,000 jobs with robots. Okay, it says Amazon's U.S. workforce has more than tripled since 2018, almost to 1.2 million, but Amazon's automation team expects the company can avoid hiring more than 160,000 people in the U.S. it would otherwise need by 2027. That would save about 30 cents on each item that Amazon picks, packs, and delivers to customers. So either they're going to lay off a bunch of people, okay, which they will, because it says Amazon plans to replace more than 500,000 jobs. So they can either lay off a bunch of people, or the jobs that they plan to have in the future, they're going to just not hire people and use robots. Either way, it's going to have a huge impact and effect on what's to come, because what's to come is a whole new. See, this is a precursor to what is. Just look at these. Look at the image, right? These robots and this new automation, this new system. Okay, they're preparing people, gradually preparing people for just a whole new entire way this world operates, a whole new entire way this world functions. Okay? And if you're not in the spirit, if you're not in the believer, if Yahawashi is not with you, this is going to take you by surprise, and you are going to be you're going to be out of there, because if you're not preparing yourself spiritually to know that ultimately the world is going to look entirely different in the very, very, very near future. Okay? They're building these smart 15-minute cities. They're gradually changing the way people shop, the way people work. Look at all these work from home jobs. Right? Look, even at the jobs that you have now, like my job, for example, everything is being automated. Right? There's so much less manual work. And I work behind a desk, but even that is so much less manual work now. My job is easier as it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's happening across the board. Okay? So the whole point is, this whole new system is it's here. It's here. It's no longer coming. All right. At one point we were saying it's coming. No, it's here. Okay. And these are these articles, these videos, everything that we've been showing through the spirit is all evidence of it. All right. A couple of scriptures and I'll close it out. So just wanted to show those things and make that point. This is the book of 1 Corinthians. Chapter 7 and verse 31, and it reads, and they that use this world are not abusing it, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Right? So the fashion of this world and everything that we see in it is passing away. We use this world. Yes, we use the technology. We use the money system as currently is, even though we know it's going to be flipped over to a new digital system, right? Digital assets, CBDCs, cryptocurrency, all of this stuff is going to be flipped on its head, right? But we use it because, we still have to survive and function at this very moment, okay? But the fashion of this world passeth away, So everything that we see here is going to be changed over. This man is coming down with this new system, and you're going to have a choice. Either you get with it or not. Either you bend the knee and take that RFID microchip or not, because he'll give you a choice. He's going to give you a choice, right? But it ain't going to be a good one, right? And the hour of temptation lets us know, hey, you either going to have to make that decision. Let me just go there real quick. Revelation 3:10, right? It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, that trial, that moment, or that decision you're going to have to make to either take that RFID micro C-hip or not, okay? Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, so everybody's going to have that decision to make. Either I take this micro C-hip and face the judgments that are written, Revelation 14, concerning this C-hip, or you get with this truth and believe and have faith in Yahawashi. He's going to get you through it, because that's what Yahawashi is promising here in this verse. Okay, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, and you have suffered through this trial, this time, and you believed while doing so, I will also keep thee from that time, from that hour of temptation, from that moment where you have to make that decision. All right, and sustain you through it all. Okay, because that's what we're anticipating. Okay, we ain't got nothing else. Revelation 13:16. And it says that he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, all right, a charagma, and their right hand on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not gonna have. It's only gonna be one way to go. You got two options. But you can't choose both. Okay. And that video that I showed from X, where that whistleblower from the WEF, he said, look, these CBDCs, central bank these central banks, it's already done. Like, they're planning to implement that micro C-hip under your skin. He said it. And we've been saying it from the elders and apostles on down. So there is no other way out. There's no other option. It's either this or you're going to be expendable. They'll do away with you. They'll cast you out. You'll be a castaway from the society. So there's a huge decision to make in the coming times. And if you don't get with this truth, if you don't place your faith in Yahawashi, you out of there. All right, so with that, I'm going to leave it there. As always, I hope you were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops, the great Millstone who grew well. Peace and salutations to the elect. As always, Shalom.